Good evening and welcome to PM with Kim, y'all. A terrific Tuesday evening to you. Hope you all had a terrific day. Hope you are home and have made it through the traffic and have your feet up and you're relaxing and unwinding this evening. So thank you for coming back, circling back around this evening to sit with me for a few minutes. I appreciate you. For my regulars, thank you for coming back. I really do. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. And for my new people, thank you for joining this journey. PM with Kim is where I just kind of give my evening inspiration, things, aha moments, things that come to my mind during the day. And then you circle back around in the morning to AM with Kim. I'll give you some morning motivation that will hopefully motivate you and myself. So welcome back. Thank you all for coming back and sitting with me. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm tired. I ain't gonna keep you long. Today was a long day, but it was a good day. The morning started off a little rough, but glory to God. He helped me through. He spoke to my spirit and gave me a little peace. Not a little peace, he gave me peace. So all is well. So I'm coming here tonight to talk to you about supporting teachers in your schools. Now, if you have children or grandchildren, I implore you to support your child or your grandchild's teacher. Support their school. Because teachers spend a lot of money. I was just I spent all day today. We had the whole day today to work in our rooms to do setup, and this year I didn't spend as much because I had a lot left from last year, and I just wasn't gonna spend a whole lot. But when I say I wasn't gonna spend a whole lot, I normally by now I would have spent about $300 easy. I'm close to $200. And I still have more to spend because I want to provide things for my students. One, I want my room to be like a home away from home, or even better than some of their homes. And so I invest in, rugs and chairs and, to make it feel like home, and lamps and all of that. But I had a lot of stuff left that I did not get rid of from last year. And so I did not have to buy a whole lot, but, supplies. I buy paper, I buy folders, I buy pencils, I buy pens, paper towels, tissues, hand sanitizer. Schools give you one of those things, but they ration them so poorly that it's like I can go to the dollar store and buy some quicker than you all giving them to me. And so teachers spend a lot of their money, and we can only write off $250 at tax time. So most of us spend $250 before school even starts. And like I said, I just wrote my list, and before I go back to school, well, we have a in-service tomorrow at another building, but when I go back on Thursday, I would have spent another $200. And we'll spend more throughout the year because we buy snacks, especially if you have teachers who are servicing low-income Title I neighborhoods. We spend money, because some of the kids, the only time they eat is when they come to school. And so, all of my educator friends that I know, we keep granola bars and cookies and chips and, all kinds of little snacks, because the kids, especially if you're working, like I'm working in a Title I low-income district, and they need. And I was listening yesterday, for the few minutes that I was listening, that the Title I director was speaking yesterday, and I can't articulate to you everything she said, but she was saying that, Title I funds are for schools that have, a high population of low-income, poverty level families. I don't know what the percentage is, but it's a high percentage. And so my school is a Title I school. And she said that they have changed the laws with Title I recently, or the last couple of years, where they've made it much more difficult, much more stringent with their requirements for people to get Title I money. And she said the numbers have increased, even with the stricter policies, which means families are struggling. Well, you can look at the news and see the world and what is going on in the state of the world. But there's so many families, they label it now food insecurity, that are suffering from food insecurity. They don't have food. I've always worked, most of the schools I've ever worked in were Title I schools, lower income families. And, we have done, and other people have done, where we have some families who are really struggling. Even, a lot of them are, poverty, categorized. But we would have some kids that we knew were struggling. The parents didn't, have anything. And on Fridays, we sent a backpack with ramen noodles, peanut butter, crackers, those kind of things, so that they could have something to eat on the weekends. So if you're not privy to what goes on the inside of the schools, find your school, adopt a school, talk to the administration. If you're wasting money going out and spending money, if you don't have any kids or whatever else, you waste a lot of money, take some of your money and bless your neighborhood school, or find a neighborhood school that's impoverished and talk to the administration and find out how you can help. If it ain't nothing but going to the dollar store and racking up on supplies and picking some teachers. Donors choose. If you don't know a teacher personally that you can bless, go on Donors Choose and pick a teacher who has put out there some of the things that they want to have in their classroom. But support the teachers, support the low income schools, because like I said, some of our kids, I know I learned yesterday from the school, because I'm new at the school, but I learned yesterday there was a family who spent the whole school year with no power. That is heart-wrenching. Nobody's supposed to live like that. No kids. And then we expect them to come to class and learn? How you learning? Like, you don't even have power. You don't have the ability to wash your clothes. Kids coming to, school smelling. Like, I keep snacks. I keep feminine hygiene products in the drawer. The girls know that they can go over to that drawer, grab what they need, slip it in their pocket, and go. Little hygiene bags. Go to the dollar store, get a little deodorant and a little toothpaste and a little whatever. Because folks don't have it. So for those of you who say to teachers, oh, y'all so lucky you get the summers off, you better get into a school and volunteer and find out what is actually happening behind the scenes. Because teachers and administrators and staff work hard to support families and kids. And they are struggling. And so what might appear to some people as this child has an attitude, or they bad or whatever else, they're hungry. They got stuff going on at home. They got things that they're dealing with. It's kids that are dealing with stuff that some of y'all adults couldn't even handle if you wanted to. So remember your teacher friends, or even if you don't have any teacher friends or whatever else, or find a school, find a low income, somebody that you can bless. Find a teacher that you can bless. You gift cards. Teachers, man, we'll knock people over for the raffle to get the Target gift card or the Walmart gift card, or just be in the business of blessing the teachers, because you don't know what people are spending. But even if you don't know a teacher personally, or you don't have a kid or a grandkid in the school system, you can still support a school. Find out what the school needs, and the money that you waste going to brunch, because you don't really need to spend $59, $60 at the brunch on Sunday. You can get you some Eggos and some bacon and be cool. Take that money and bless a school, bless a kid, bless a family. People are struggling. People are struggling, and nobody should be hungry. And like I said, these kids come to school, and that is the only time they eat. And so let's be mindful of people. And when you're throwing away food, be mindful that there's somebody that would cry to have that thing you throwing away. So really pay attention to what you're wasting, and how you might be a blessing to somebody else, especially in the school system, a family, a teacher, whoever. And, pay it forward. pay it forward, because people are really, the teachers that I know, and this is year 32 for me, so come on, you gotta love this to be sticking around. So people pour their hearts, teachers pour their hearts, and like I said, I spend money in my classroom, because my classroom looks like home. My classroom is better than some of these kids' home. It's comfortable, it's warm, and sometimes they just come and woo-saw. And I have kids who come past that, and my students, I love your room, I love your room. I remember years ago, I was teaching at Forestville High School, and I would have curtains up and beanbag chairs and a table in the back with, a chill corner. And I remember one of my students, I didn't even call his name, but he was, he came one day, he's like, I just need to chill. Can I sit in the back? I just need to get myself together. Go for it. And he went back there, sat in the back of the table, had a little round picnic table, a little outside table with the chairs. And he just sat back there and got himself together, because that was a place of peace. And so teachers are, the ones who love their kids and love what they do, they're investing in them out of their pockets. So be a blessing to a teacher. Donors choose. If you don't know a teacher personally, pick up, get you some multiple gift cards. Get some $5, $10 gift cards, and and then drop it off at a local school and say, hey, I just want to bless. Can you make sure your teachers pick, some teachers or whatever, and give it, be a blessing to somebody. And those little things, you will understand how it will make somebody's day. So think about, supporting a teacher, supporting a school, supporting families that are hungry, and let's do our part to support the kids, support the families, because a kid that doesn't have power at home, who doesn't have food to eat, how they learning? So, school is the safe place for them. That's the 7 hours that they can get there to get some peace, get the belly full, and then go back home and face whatever it is they have to face. So let's be mindful. Let's be mindful of how we can be a blessing, and think about what you waste. And if it's something that you're wasting, and if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. But you have time. You can go volunteer. You can go to the school and say, hey, can I run some copies for you? Or can I staple some packets for you? Or whatever else. You don't have to have money. If you don't have money, you can still help. So, and if you have money that you're wasting, take that money that you're wasting and get you some gift cards, or, go buy some cases of some ramen noodles and some peanut butter crackers and some peanut butter and whatever else, and drop it off to that poor school and say, hey, can you make sure that some of your families get that? I'm telling you, you'll bless somebody's soul. So support if you have kids and you're not supporting their teacher, shame on you. And when Teacher Appreciation Week comes, make sure you bless your child's teacher. Christmas, give them a little something, just like you do the mailman, or you should be doing the mailman. But don't forget your teachers, your administrators, your staff members, the people who are in the schools every day with those kids, pouring out into them, covering them, blessing them. Don't forget them, because that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. So that's my evening inspiration. Just shouting out my fellow educators, whatever your role is. If you walk inside that school building, that schoolhouse, you're something special. And so let's be mindful of how we can bless people in whatever way we can, and bless families within the schools who are struggling, because it's tough out here right now. It's been tough, but it's getting worse. So let's be a blessing wherever we can be, and a little blessing will be a huge something for the recipient who gets it. All right, so that's my evening inspiration, y'all. I hope the rest of your evening is richly blessed. I pray that when you lay down tonight, that your sleep will be peaceful and restful and sweet, and that you will have divine dreams, and that the hand of God will rest upon you all night long, and that the angels will encamp all around your home and keeping you and everybody in it safe from hurt, harm, or danger. And that when you awaken tomorrow, that you will be refreshed and revived and renewed and ready to run on to see what your Wednesday is going to be. Hump day. All right. Middle of the week. Yes, indeed. And just take care of yourself. And then if you're able to take care of somebody else, take care of somebody else. Be a blessing. Pay it forward. Pay it forward. It feels good in your spirit when you can do that. All right, y'all. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May he lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. Peace that surpasses all understanding. Peace that guards your heart, your mind, your soul, your spirit, everything about you in Christ Jesus. May the love of God cover you from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. And may you be the recipient of wonderful and abundant blessings. Go and be great. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Rest well. Don't forget me in the AM. All right, circle back around for AM with Kim. And rest well. God bless you. Peace and blessings from my heart to yours. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a great evening. Good night.